Those of you who followed me on YouTube since the start will know that I've called out Greta Thunberg and her handlers from the very beginning, from when she first started speaking out against climate change. And I've always said, this isn't about climate change, this is about something else. There's something insidious happening here. Here we have someone who was a little schoolgirl who stopped going to classes and encouraged other school kids to do exactly the same thing. And when she was getting called out for it, her parents claimed she had a form of autism. They said she would sometimes go days and weeks without speaking to anyone because she was so worried about climate change. And so, as I suspected she would, she moved on from climate change to supporting Antifa, an extreme left-wing terrorist organisation. And yes, they are a terrorist organisation. They engage in violence in order to have the political change that they want. And she showed this by having a photo taken with some friends wearing Antifa t-shirts. And then when she got bored of that, she's moved on to anti-Semitism. Now this was first noticed when she had a photo taken with a toy octopus. Now the octopus is apparently a symbol of a conspiracy theory where wealthy Jews or Zionists control the world. And that's her shtick ever since. She is, of course, at the Eurovision Song Contest in Malmö in Sweden. She is amongst 15,000 or so Free Plasticine protesters who are also pro-Hamas terrorists. Because there are videos of them all sat there, Greta Thunberg included, singing pro-Hamas songs. They're even singing From the River to the Sea. Now all this makes me think, what's going to happen to Greta Thunberg at the end? Is she going to grow up and look back on her life and think how silly she was? Is she going to feel proud of what she's done? Or is she going to start getting fed up with her handlers, and no way is this her by herself? I don't think it's her nor her parents. There are people behind this. Remember, there was a Canadian journalist who wanted to ask questions to her and her family when they were in a hotel, but he was shoved away by some shady people. Will she get fed up with being told what to do? And because she's been so indoctrinated and brainwashed, and maybe think, you know, this lot, they're a bit weak. I don't think we're doing things hard enough. And the next thing you know, she's a terrorist. Now you may laugh, folks, but Greta's life has a few forks in the path in front of her. Remember, she's a puppet, and when puppets no longer bring in the attention, puppets get discarded. And this is probably what her handlers will do to her. Either way, I don't think Greta Thunberg has a very happy future at all. And I doubt very much she's happy right now looking at her. You have to remember, she was once a little girl, and all kids, regardless of race or whatever, they're all innocent. And she was likely chosen for this and her role, because she was born to a very wealthy, very liberal Swedish family, who were only too happy to have their daughter, regardless of her alleged mental health condition, being used as a poster girl for whatever agenda that they have. Any loving parents worth their salt, either liberal or right-wing, would have told these people to bugger off. And now look at the result. She is sat there amongst people who are supporting terrorists, wearing their garb, that scarf they have. And they have channeled that concern for climate change, if she did have it, into anti-Semitism. And whatever her end may be, or whichever path she chooses in life now, not many people will feel sorry for her. And I won't regret calling her the Swedish Doom Goblin. And that's that. I'm Past 49. Thanks for listening, and until the next time, Roger Trout.